So I think Yura might be my favorite NPC character, even though the dude walks around looking like a helmet that looks like a cut from a bra from the 1950s. Now, unfortunately for Yura, this is where his story ends, because he managed to get beat by a woman in combat. Absolute L, by the way. Unfortunately, Tyrone got sent to Canadian hell by the Black Blade, so I was now Mono e Bono with Prince Philip. I thought I was about to choke at the last second, but in the end, everything was fine and dandy unless your name is Black Blade Kindred. It only took 2 hits that attempt, too. Damn, that was pretty good. I made it down to the base of the cathedral where I found my future wife resting upon the corpse of the 2 fingers that she just sliced up and left in a bloody heap. Honestly, under normal circumstances, that would be a red flag, but hey, sometimes the best women have a couple of screws loose. I mean, killing Blythe is probably the saddest part about all this. Then again, that's what you get for dedicating your life to simping for a woman. But hey, even though it's a sad ending for our furry friend, at least I got a cool new sword and some nice armor for my LARPing sessions. I mean, that's a trade I'll take any day of the week. What's up, dudes? Flock of fish sticks back with another Elden Ring video. And before I go any further, huge thanks to everyone that watched that Simping for Ani video. I mean, I knew I was gathering some momentum, but it's almost got 300 views. That's crazy. So, shout out to all of my new subscribers and new viewers that I got because of that video. Even bigger shout out to the returning viewers that keep coming back for more. All of you do be making me happy. So, side note, I have a bone to pick with all of you. I uploaded my first Tunic Let's Play, and the damn thing doesn't even have 20 views yet, for Christ's sake. What the hell are you guys doing? I thought I could rely on you to watch my videos when I upload them. So, anyway, your homework is to go watch that damn video. Tunic is, I guess, kind of like an underground game, you know? I get it, you know, so I can't really complain that much. So, anyways, that's enough rambling for me for right now. Let's just get into what you came here for. So, as you could tell from the intro, I wanted to get to the Volcano Manor so I could begin exploring the area. But not now, a little later. I also figured it was about time I got the Ritual Sword Talisman, but I went to the wrong part of the ruins like a dickhead and subsequently spent way too much time looking for the boss room, also like a dickhead. Who knew that as a 23-year-old man, my main challenge in life would be finding the doorway. So, here's how the Gillica fight went. Let's go, baby! Ritual Sword Talisman, baby! Let's go, baby! Now, at the time, I was planning on finishing Garank's quest, so I wanted all the death— What the fuck is that? I was a little rusty, so the Tibia Mariner did hit me a few times and tickled my pickle a little bit, but in the end, things worked out for me, like they always do. I also went inside the Witchbane ruins and got myself the Pearl Drake Talisman, and got my ass whooped by some skeletons. You may recognize this pathway on this long and lonesome highway east of Omaha. Bonus points if you get that song reference. Now, there's nothing really here, and it's pretty quiet.
Hello, motherfucker.
Well, except for that guy, but you could just ignore him. I had no desire to spend my precious time fighting a petty demi-human queen, so I headed straight for the grave site. But then I decided to fight her anyway because I was curious to see what she dropped, and lo and behold, she dropped a memory stone. Talk about dumb luck. Who are you? What secrets do you hold? Bestow upon me the power with which you wrought over eons of—
Oh, that's hot.
Well, shit, that was a lot easier than I thought. Yeah, that's literally the cheese strategy. It's just Comet Azur. Always has been. You know, I was chuckling to myself like a schmuck thinking that the Moog fight would be a piece of cake at this point. That was until I saw that Comet Azur requires 60 fucking intelligence to be able to use it. Imagine literally being too dumb to be able to use a spell. That's this guy right here. I had zero desire to sit there for hours to rune farm to try to make the int requirement, so I just said hell with it. I'll just respec. It'll make things a hell of a lot quicker that way. I had plenty of larval tiers, so it's not like I had to sit there and really like mull over the decision too much. I need this for Moog. My goals are beyond your understanding. So the plan was, I would equip Shabriri's Woe before walking into the boss room, summon the Mimic tier, then hot swap the Shabriri Talisman off to something else. Because if you didn't know, the Mimic tier spawns in holding the same talismans as you do. Tyrone will be carrying the Shab Woe, then that way I could set up Terra Magica, and then just blast Moog with Comet Azur from across the arena. Sounds like a solid plan, right? Yeah, it turns out I forgot to even equip Comet Azur in the first place, so this attempt was completely worthless anyway. Comet Azur also requires 3 memory slots to be able to use it, so I had to play God for a minute and decide who would get to live and who would perish. Alright, let's see the plan in action this time, baby. Surely, Comet Azur will—
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Okay, maybe that was just a fluke. Maybe one more try with it will— I was slowly beginning to realize that maybe my plan that I came up with was possibly not as foolproof as I originally hoped it would be. Completely inconceivable, I know, but I can only be perfect for so long, boys. You gotta give me a break. Now, the dusty cogs in my brain did in fact start grooving and smoothing once more because I decided to make use of Rock Sling's crazy poise damage that I referenced in the last video in the fight against Astel. I decided that I would open with Rock Sling until Mo got stance broken, then I would call in the Mimic Tier afterwards, and then I'd go from there with my plan. Things were going way better than I could have imagined. After the first part of my plan fell through, I was only half hoping that this would work. But after a little while, it seemed like this was going to be the attempt where I would topple Moog. But, as you have learned with me, things never quite go as smoothly as you would think. My next problem was the phase transition. I just wasn't doing enough damage and I'd run out of FP. And in the time that I spent drinking a flask, he would heal with his... After spending some time racking my brain to add to my strategy, I went to the wiki and discovered that the Cerulean Hidden Tier exists. I literally did not know that it was a thing. I looked up where I had to go, and instead of googling the path, I wanted to find it on my own. I took this Spirit Spring and was eager to get... Wait, what the hell is that? Good God almighty, what the hell is that thing? Well, if the full-grown Falling Star Beast was anything like the other one, I figured that it would also be weak to gravity spells and would easily get stunned with Rock Sling. That cocky son of a bitch really just ate that and stared me down, didn't he? I ran out of FP fairly quickly, but the Falling Star Beast was in a fairly decent health position, and I was feeling pretty confident that I could get up close and just take it out. Poor Tyrone got turned into fish food, though. Poor guy never stood a chance. You know, for a brief second, I really thought I'd win. Sincerely, I did. To be fair, I did beat him in the very next attempt, so I guess that means I am in fact pretty good at this game sometime. I can tell you straight up that I am not a very good friend due to the fact that Tyrone was getting tossed around and manhandled like your girlfriend when she went on her girls trip to Miami a couple months ago. And yet again, the winning strategy was just hanging back and slinging some boulders so that way I didn't have to risk getting attacked! All the while, I kept my cool and I kept my composure because that's the key to winning at this game. You gotta stay calm like I just did. Never show any signs of fear or weakness because your enemies will smell it. My man hit me with some grape drink that was apparently too dank and I almost got one-shot as a result. But, I'm a grown man so that didn't matter. Alright kids, here's a lesson from Flock of Turtles. If you can't figure out how to solve a problem, throw some rocks at it. You can't figure out the answer to number 7 on your homework, throw a rock at it. Your mom's new boyfriend keeps eating all the damn cheese curls from the cabinets, throw some rocks at that greasy fool. After about 2 hours of trying to find ulcerated tree spirit, I just gave up and googled it. Little did I know that I'd bear witness to how these things are birthed. Me and Tyrone made quick work of them though. This made me realize that fighting these things out in the open is so much easier than the one inside of the Fringe Folk Hero's grave. The moves are easy as hell to read. My reward for killing Wormy was, of course, the Cerulean Hidden Tier and the Lead and Hard Tier, which, this right here, is a cocktail that would knock Keith Richards and Ozzy Osbourne on their ass. Spoiler alert, I did not beat Moog right after I got the Cerulean Hidden Tier. I suck. I actually didn't beat him until like the 4th attempt after I added the Cerulean Hidden Tier to my pre-workout meth in a bottle cocktail. I didn't think I was going to win, so I had to reach over and click the record button on the fly in the middle of the fight. Now that is a certified Flock of Turtles moment right there, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I used my sword a single time in the fight. I took a page out of old Goku's book and decided to spam the Kamehameha and win because that's what the script says I'm supposed to do. The good guy always wins, don't you know that? Now, the big red pedo is finally defeated. So, that's a job well done if I do say so myself. After that, I decided to trade in my remembrances for Moog and Radon and get their kick-ass weapons because I completely forgot about remembrance weapons up until that point. Then I decided to pay a visit to the local farmer's market to pick up some fresh prawns, baby. Support your local businesses. And before I get into these fights with Adula again, I went back to Renala to respec, but apparently I didn't record it, so... Actually, wait, never mind, I'm realizing that I just had a rune arc active. My bad for confusing you so much, I even confused myself, so don't feel bad. Now, Adula took a couple tries again, and you'll never guess what strategy I employed. I should give it an official name. R&R. It stands for Rocks and Running. Now, Rock Sling might be my favorite spell in the game, just simply for its ability to stun the absolute balls off of anything that comes in contact with it. In any case, I was happy to finally get my hands on another pretty sick spell in Adula's Moonblade. I should probably do a Frost theme build in the future. What the fuck is this dude pointing at? On to Dominula, Windmill Village, home of the craziest women this side of the Ainsole River. Okay. Who puts a Godskin Apostle here? Up until this point, I'd only seen footage of people fighting the Godskin duo, so the only info I had on this guy is that he's skinny, he's a lanky bastard, and he chucks black flame fireballs and he spins like a tornado in his second phase. We were going tit for tat for a while, and I thought I was going to beat him on the first try. Keyword. Thought. When I said these women were crazy, I meant these bitches are literally crazy. Alright, Godskinny bastard, Take 2. I hit him with a bit of spell action to get some quick burst damage off. Using the Carrion Phalanx with Transient Moonlight is one of the best ways to make your enemies grovel at your feet and to make the rest of the Elden Ring community hate your guts and curse your entire bloodline. Remember that broken controller that I've been complaining about for about 2 or 3 videos now? This is literally the fight that made me go on the Amazon and buy a new one. There is no reason why I should have died right there. It's fine. I was able to get him on the next attempt. Surely I wouldn't make the same mistake twice in a... I think the common denominator here is Rock Sling. Whenever I can't win, I just whip it out and boom. That's unstoppable. There wasn't that much I did after that, honestly. I went to the Writhed Ruins and I beat the dick off of a Sanguine Noble. I picked up the Bloody Hellas, which I have zero desire to ever use. And then I died from fall damage from a height that could be survived by a 3-month-old kitten. A couple of weeks later, I was back at it again, fighting some random dude in an Everjail that looked like any guy that hangs out in the corner bars in my neighborhood. I got an incantation called Flame of the Fell God, which honestly sounds more like a spell card from Yu-Gi-Oh! There wasn't anything really else worth showing between then and now, so I'm just going to show you me talking to Latenna. But none of this matters because I didn't really do anything in her questline. I just wanted to show you that I did indeed see her. Now at this point, Celavis is already dead for me in case you missed it in the last video, and I actually didn't know that he dies once you give Ronnie the Finger Slayer Blade. So, yes, it is in fact my fault. I inadvertently killed him. But for future playthroughs, I wanted to find his secret BDSM dungeon now so I could just get an idea of what to do for his questline in the future. I don't know what this man's doing to his puppets, but I think I'm inclined to listen to this sign. Now at this point, I just went on a bit of an item hunting binge to get some talismans and some other stuff that I wanted. It's stuff that I could have done sooner, but I wasn't really thinking about it at the time. Also, my excuse for not doing my taxes the last 3 years. Fuck. Who was gonna tell me that the Lanciax fight was right here? I figured since I'm here, I might as well do this even though I'm not in the mood to do it. I imagine that's the feeling I'll have in the future when I have to get a prostate exam. I was doing okay, but then Lanciax must have realized that she had an appointment to get her hair and her nails done. You may be wondering where I'm going. To that I say, it's a secret, and I can't tell you yet. See this, kids? This is what happens when you sell crack in the lands between. You get turned into a fire-breathing salamander that ain't even a Charmander. I don't have any intention to use the Magma Worm Scale Sword right now in this playthrough. Well, actually, I'm done this playthrough. Spoiler alert. But I just wanted to for the future, because, you know, it's a cool weapon and I like having excuses to beat the piss out of bosses that I'm just too over-leveled for. I decided that it was time to make the decision as a free agent about where I was going to play next. I had decided to take my talents to South Beach, I mean Volcano Manor. Dialos, your mother would be ashamed of you. Then again, so would my mom if she saw me assassinating one of my own. Another comes on, another one rides the bus. Now, funnily enough, that second assassination was right by the place that I wanted to find, but I could just never figure out where it was. As I entered the Shaded Castle, my first thought was, damn, Elmer has really been letting this place go lately. Excuse me, sir? Thank you. Ah, perfect. Now I can finally give Millicent a hand in her journey next time I see her. I'm sorry, that joke was so bad, but I couldn't help myself. Well, boys, here it is. You thought simping for Ronnie was bad enough. Elmer of the Briar literally simps for millennia. To be fair, it must really be taking a toll on him. I think most of this fight was him just taking out his sexual frustrations on me. Yeah, I could tell that his telepathy sword attack was gonna get on my nerves, and damn it, I was right. That attack grinded my gears to an absolute halt. I mean, I don't know, dude. There were too many failed attempts to talk about, so I just summoned Tyrone and we clacked some Briar cheeks together. Then I just teabagged his bum ass because I just had to get rid of some of this toxicity, dude. Imagine being so down bad that you have an entire shrine dedicated to a woman that doesn't even know that you exist. Say, do you know where I can find a guy named Rykard? What the hell? Do I look like a 20-piece McNugget to you? Fucking eyeing me up and being all weird and shit? Ah, yes, the final assassination. Looks like it's a guy named Juno Hoslow. Hoslow. Why does that name sound familiar? I won't lie to you. I find these hissing snails to be a nuisance. A pain in the ass, even. They're not even tough enemies, they just irk me for some reason. It just feels like I'm running around in a BDSM dungeon or something. Damn, homie really be chillin'. Well, this should be pretty easy, boys. What do you think?
Boom. Bam.
Yeah. I was right. Thank you very much. I will need these at some point, I imagine. So, I made it to the Prison Town Church Site of Grace, and I decided that I would wrap it up right there for the time being. Oddly enough, this is also where I plan on wrapping up the video. I imagine it was pretty late at night when I was recording this. Granted, I don't really remember because this file from the recording is from May 18th, but in any case, I knew that this place would take me a while to comb through, as is the same with all the other Legacy dungeon areas, so you're going to see more of this exploration in the next video. Well, everyone, here we are again at the end of another video by yours truly. I greatly appreciate all of you guys, both new and returning viewers alike. If you enjoyed what you saw from me today, consider subscribing for future Elden Ring videos and for whatever I plan on doing in the future. I swear to God, like, I am planning on doing, like, guitar covers and music stuff. I swear. I promise, I am. And anyway, while you're at it, leave a comment or a like on the video too, because leaving a subscription, liking the video, commenting, like any interaction, those are honestly the best ways to help me out at this point, if I'm being honest, you know? So anything like that, I'd greatly appreciate it. And leave a comment just to let me know what you want to see in the future too. That's it for me today. I've been Flock of Turtles. You've been staring at your screen for the last 20 minutes. And I'll see you all later.